Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of WB Mason Presents The Joe Girardi Show. The star of the show is Joe Girardi, the manager of the Yankees. That's him. I'm Michael K. I'm just going to move things along, and later on you'll get a chance to ask some questions yourself. Throughout the week, you can go to Facebook or Twitter or Ask Joe at YesNetwork.com. The format of the show you know by now. We look back, we look ahead, all the big stories. And, Joe, there's no bigger story this week than Derek Jeter. Derek was supposed to be there opening day, was supposed to be there maybe by May, and now we find out it could be after the All-Star break. What's your first thought when Brian Cashman tells you what's going on?
Disappointed. I mean, he's so important to our team, to the franchise, and what he's meant to us over the years. And, you know, he has a small little fracture in that same area, and he's going to be out for a while. The good thing is we're going to see him next weekend when we get home for the homestand. I think his presence is still important.
All right, so a lot of people are saying, you know, Derek pushed himself too much. That's what caused this. I don't think that's particularly fair when the doctor cleared him.
No, when the doctor cleared him and is the specialist and has seen many of these cases, it just, for whatever reason, it fractured again. And Derek was ready to go. We didn't push him, and we actually, you know, kind of took it slow, and it just, unfortunately, he's injured again.
Now, at the end of June, he turns 39 years old. Is there a part of you that thinks that Derek Jeter might not ever come back?
I don't want to think about that. I really believe he's going to be back after the All-Star break, and he's going to help us a lot. And we're going to need him because we know how tough this division is, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot like last year.
Now, people have lost a lot of money betting against Derek Jeter throughout their lives and throughout his life. He defies the odds. But do you anticipate, Joe, that when he does come back, he's going to be a little bit of a diminished player?
You know, I don't think so, Michael, because I don't think he would come back if he was. I think he's going to do everything in his power to get back to the level he was at last year, and I believe that he can do that. And, you know, I've seen people bet against Derek a lot of times. When he was struggling right before the 3,000 hits, people were ready to write him off. You know what? He came back and led the American League in hits last year, and I believe he'll come back and play at a very high level.
Do you believe that while Derek is out, that Eduardo Nunez is good enough to carry the load at short?
He's going to have to. I mean, that's the bottom line. We need him to step up. He's played very well defensively. You know, he hit pretty well until he got hit in the wrist, and it's been a little bit of a struggle, and he's hit some balls, you know, to me, pretty hard. When you think about the ball he hit the other night against Arizona, which we thought might have been the game winner, and hit 2 balls hard that night. So I think he's going to be fine.
Now, the night that it's announced that Derek's not coming back until the All-Star break or after the All-Star break, he makes his first error. He's been pretty solid in the field. Do you like how he's improved, and are you okay with his throwing?
I am. I think he's thrown the ball very well. They worked very hard to shorten up his throw in spring training, and I think he's doing a great job. I mean, I thought one of the big plays on Friday night was the double play that he had to reach away from the bag. Andy didn't give him a good throw. He didn't panic, and he got the double play, so I think he's improved a lot.
All right, so the Derek stuff obviously is just one more injury that the Yankees have had to deal with. You know the litany of names that we throw at you: Mark Teixeira, Curtis Granderson, Alex Rodriguez, Michael Pineda, who a lot of people don't even think about. So the Yankees have dealt with injuries, and they have done well. They had Monday off this week. Tuesday was the day that you guys honored Jackie Robinson. There were a lot of 42s there. Yankees won 4-2. Number 24, who was named after Jackie Robinson, Robinson Cano, hits a big home run, and then the last man to wear 42, Mariano Rivera, gets a save. Pretty symmetrical there.
Yeah, it's almost a movie script. It's unbelievable how that all worked out. Robbie had the big 3-run homer that put us ahead 3-2. You get a good job out of CC, and then Mo comes in and closes it. And we win 4-2. I mean, it's really hard to even make that up. But it was a great game for us, and it kicked off the Arizona series nice.
All right, now the CC start was strong again, so he's had 3 straight wins. But after the game, he admitted, I don't know where my velocity is. I might have to pitch like this. And you have been saying all year you think the velocity is coming back. Not to 97, but you think it's going to be better than 89, 90.
I do. I think you're going to see 92s and 93s as we roll along, because we saw some of them in spring training a little bit. So I think you're going to see him as he gets stronger and it gets warmer.
Let's say it never comes back. Can he still be a #1 star and a big winner at 90?
I think so. I mean, there's a lot of guys that have done that. I mean, I'll just go to Mike Messina. He won 20 games once in his career. It was his final year when he was throwing 87, 88. It comes down to location and changing speeds. And CC has always been a guy that locates, so I think he can still be a big winner.
All right, get back to the Yankees honoring Jackie Robinson on Jackie Robinson Day. Have you seen the movie yet?
No, I have not. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. My son just saw it on Friday night and said it's the best movie he's ever seen.
All right, now all that being said, you know the story of Jackie Robinson. Can you believe that, you know, it wasn't that long ago that a man had to go through that to earn a living in Major League Baseball?
It's really hard to believe that someone can be judged by the color of his skin. Unfortunately, it's a world that we live in. But what Jackie did not only for baseball, but for society, is really unbelievable. And the way he handled it with grace. And we're fortunate enough to still see Rachel Robinson around sometimes. And she's still just a beautiful, beautiful, elegant woman that just handles this so well. And they've done so much for raising scholarship money for kids. And I mean, just to be able to say hello to her, I'm honored.